Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Pickett, Wisconsin on this early May day. I'm not exactly sure what the date is, but it's early May, I know that much. The temperature is 68 degrees, feels like temperature is even higher than that. Probably one of the best days of the year so far, temperature-wise and weather-wise. Partly cloudy skies, just absolutely spectacular. So on the stand today I have an engine that I just recently rebuilt, which is my Magnum XL 30 RFS, little 4-stroke engine. First time I've ever run this engine, and it's going to be an interesting run. So, should be fun, hopefully. The parameters for this run are, I've got an very old school wood top flight 9.6 prop on here. Why? I don't know, just because I thought it looked cool. And I've got a Sato SS glow plug in there. Why I've got a Sato SS glow plug in there, I don't know. I just pulled it out of my box and it said Sato SS on it, so I was like, well, let's put that in there. And I've also got some 5% nitromethane fuel. Needle valve is open about 2 full turns. I think I understand which direction I need to go for the throttle. There's no throttle stop screw on this, so I have to estimate about what the idle is going to be. But with this stand, I'm actually using the Ron Sexton's test stand, but with that stand is actually over here, but I'm using the throttle. So I like this Ron Sexton test stand. I'm really starting to like this thing. I haven't had any issues with it yet at all, and I like the fact that I can use this nice little throttle control most times with engines on either side of the stand, and that's a big plus. Just a big plus, because I can just set it and forget it. So I like that. So let's just run this engine. That was full throttle. That's interesting. Once again, here I am saying that's interesting. It is though. I don't know that I've done anything with the low speed. It looks like it might be rather rich. And that might be why it conked out there, but we'll see. Okay, so I don't know. Let's do this. Let's turn this all the way in. See, no throttle stop screw makes it a little tough for me to... Okay, so that's closed. So what was closed? Here is closed. So we go 1 turn open, and let's just try it 1 turn open at that setting, and we'll see what happens. Oh, damn it. Pulled the throttle the wrong way, and of course it's going to die because there's no throttle stop screw. happy about something. Okay, I found out what the problem is. You're gonna love this. So this needle valve doesn't have a ratchet clicker on it, and I'm sitting here watching it and it's rotating. So I'm gonna have to get a piece of fuel tubing, cut a piece of fuel tubing and put it on there and make my own. So that'll take me a couple of seconds and then we'll get that fixed right up. Okay, so I got a piece of fuel tubing on here now. So at least that's stable. What did I do with my screwdriver? I need my screwdriver back probably. Now let's see if we can get this thing running right. I don't know, these ASP/Magnum carbs are a little bit less than OS. And that's stupid not having a throttle stop. See, I don't like how when I'm pulling it back, the throttle back, it starts to, the RPM starts to go down and then it seems to start coming back up again. So that kind of leads me to believe there may be something just not quite right with that low speed, or the O-ring in that carb is just not happy. If there's an O-ring in there, which obviously I can't fix here. I'm thinking the carb on this thing just sucks. I had it at a pretty good... See, with the review article says that a 9.6, it should turn around 11,000 RPM. I was happy with it turning 10. Then I touched this, and it wouldn't turn that then. Is it getting too hot? Maybe. But I just don't like the fact that it doesn't want to seem to idle any lower than 5,000 RPM. That's just totally ridiculous. That's the low speed pinch test, and the pinch test is coming out is that it's rich enough. See, the RPM should come up and then drop back down to where it was. That's a good mixture setting. I think I've had about enough of this engine. Alright, so, it ran. It's a Magnum. It's a Magnum 30. Certainly not an OSFS 20 or 26 Surpass, or even a 30 Surpass. I've had one of these in the past, I believe, and I think it ran a lot better. And I'm pretty sure that my buddy Harvey can tell me that his run a hell of a lot better. This one runs like dog crap. I mean, high end is okay, but I don't know what's going on as I bring it down to idle, because the idle will start dropping, and then you'll hear it want to start raising up again even as I'm still going down. So that's just a weird behavior, and I attribute that completely to the carb. I don't think that has anything to do with the plug or the idle setting, because I was running the pinch test, the idle pinch test, for a 4-stroke engine, not a 2-stroke engine. You don't do that on a 2-stroke engine. The low speed mixture test is when you set it at the desired idle speed, and you just sit there, and if you can have it maintain a consistent idle speed, you just quickly pinch the fuel line, and you should see the RPM rise and then drop back down to where it was. And that tells you that the mixture is correct. It's just slightly on the hair of rich, and that's what that tells you. It was as low a speed as this thing would operate. I was doing that pinch test, and the pinch test was fine, telling me that this idle adjustment is fine. There's just something not quite happy in that carb. So that's fine, I guess. Whatever. It's a Magnum. And this thing will just get put on the shelf unless somebody wants it. And then we can make a deal, but I'm not too interested in keeping this engine because I think it's... So here's the other thing. Bear with me for a minute. So like when I was running other people's engines, I typically get to run them once or twice. So I'm taking my information based on my representative sample. I'm not saying every single one of these engines or that engine or whatever is horrible if I don't particularly care for the way it ran. I'm just saying that my sample, representative sample, the one I ran, didn't operate as I expected it to, or as other people have said that they have. So it's not like when I say I don't care for that engine, I'm not saying that they all suck. I'm just saying that the one sample that I had was not up to my standards. So don't go bashing me when I say I don't care for this engine, and then you say, oh, I love my Magnums. Fine, you love your Magnums. This sample is less than stellar, and I base my judgment on the engines that I have in my possession, the ones that I get to run. Now, if I had 5 or 6 of these and they all ran like crap, then I could say, yeah, well, they run like crap, or their carbs are crap. But I have one sample of these engines most times, and I have to make my judgment call or my critique based on that one sample, and that's what you get. So there you go. Thank you for watching.